Welcome to Cavaletto Studios. I'm Chris. The mobility of the ankle is important for balance and knee joint health. Foam roll for ankle mobility utilizes a couple of rolling techniques to improve lower leg mobility. This short video will target the calves and the shins along with some complementary stretches. So take off those shoes and socks and let's get rolling. We're going to begin and just test out the mobility of our ankles. So I just want you to lift up your right foot, hold on to the lower part of the leg, and then just circle around your right ankle. Just notice if there's some snap, crackle, pop, if you feel like you can get much range of motion, hopefully there's not pain, and then go the other direction. So we're just going to test them both out, and then you're going to switch legs and do the left. And one might feel a lot looser than the other, and that's okay. So then, when we're done with this, now we're going to move into the calf, so the lower part of the back of the leg. We're going to bring both of the legs onto the roller about mid-lower area of those legs. We're going to start on the right leg. So both of your legs are placed on top of the roller. Take your left ankle, cross it on top of your right. If at any time it gets too painful, you can always remove that left leg. Hands on the floor behind you for support, and then we're going to bend and straighten the right knee, massaging along the back of that calf. If you have wrist, shoulder issues, you're welcome to go onto your elbows or even lay on your back. Now I want you to start to add a little ankle rotation, and while your ankle is rotating on that right foot, your leg is straightening, and then you are bending the knee. Straightening and bending the knee as you rotate. So this way we might find some trigger points. Then you're going to take that whole right leg and tilt it slightly to your left, so the foot is pointing to the left, and then go ahead and start rotating the ankle, and then pulling that leg towards you, bending the knee, and then doing the reverse and straightening it. Good. One more time, circle the ankle. Notice if there's any trigger points. Then you're going to turn the right leg all the way to the right. The foot is to the right, and the same thing, rotating the ankle, especially down there by closer to the ankle on that lower leg, and then straighten. Notice if you have any trigger points, circle the other way. If you find a trigger point, just pause on it, and you can even just do a little movement with the leg or circle that ankle. Good. Now we're going to move the roller higher up into the meaty part of the calf, and we're going to bend and straighten. So a lot of connective tissue behind the calf. If you've had plantar fasciitis, you might be finding some knots in there. So again, we're doing some bending and straightening. You're in the meaty part of the gastroc, right going below the knee, but not into the back of the knee. And then add a right ankle rotation in that middle part. You can even use your hands if you want to go deeper and lift your body off the floor and circle that ankle as you go forward and back. That can be a little intense if you got some trigger points. Then you're going to turn your foot again to the left. Right foot's tilted to the left. And again, you can move just a small movement forward and back as you circle the ankle, or even lift your body up and circle forward and back with the movement of, got some spots there. And then you're going to go all the way to the other side. So the leg is rotating, so you're on the outside edge of that right calf. Add some rotation, moving slowly up and down that calf, finding those trigger points, massaging them out. Good, then from here we're going to just go to the other leg. So go ahead and bring the roller back down to the lower part of the leg. We're switching, so you're going to place your right ankle on top of your left. The left leg is on top of the roller, and then a bend and straighten of the knee. You can rotate that ankle, and again, you can always lift your body up if you want to do that. Circle the other direction. If it's tender, just keep that right foot on the floor. That works too. And then we're going to turn that left foot towards the right. Bend, and then bend the knee, circle the ankle as you straighten the leg, and reverse, bending as you circle that ankle. And then we're going to the other side. You're going to rotate your left foot to the left side, circle it around, checking in. If it's easier, you can always keep it straight and just lift your body and glide forward and back as you circle the ankle, if you have the upper body strength or you want to get it practice. Now we're going to go higher up on that leg, go to the gastroc, the meaty part right behind the lower leg, and you're going to bend and straighten. Maybe lifting the hips. So you want to really get in there, massaging it out. We're going to turn the leg to the right, the left leg, left foot, circle it around so you're getting on the inside edge of that calf. Then you're going to rotate it to the right, to the left. I said it backwards. Just go the other way, and then circle, circle. Massaging it out. Notice if you have any spots. Very good. Now, when we are done with that, we're going to take the legs off and we're going to stretch it out. So you're going to come onto tabletop. You can bring your forearms to the roller or your hands. And we're going to tuck the right toe into the back of the mat. And then you're going to lift your hips, pressing your right foot into the mat. If you need a leg on the floor, that's fine, but try to push your hips up so you can get more pressure on the back of that ankle and calf. And then try to bend the knee and just rock from the inside to the outside edge of the ball of your foot. So you really want to get some movement in there. And then try pressing the heel to the floor and up onto the toes. Stretching out all the way through that ankle, Achilles tendon, never force it. Now we're going to switch legs. So just press your left ball of the foot into the floor. You can do a little bend, straighten, move those hips side to side, and then try to bend and just rock from the inside edge to the outside edge of that foot, or the ball of the foot. And then straighten, try to push the heel down. Good. And then we're going to take our knees to the floor, bring the tops of the feet onto the floor, and then just pat them out. Good. Then from here, we're going to bring the roller to the middle of the mat. We're going to move to the front of the ankle, which would be the shins. So we have a bone on the front of that leg, so we want to avoid the bone and stay to the outside edge of the bone. All right, so I'm going to start with my right shin going on top of that roller. Hands on the floor in front. Straighten out your left leg for support, and then drop your right hip towards the side. So you're balancing, and this is a good for core workout too. Now you can slide that leg so your knee comes up towards between your hands, and then the foot goes towards the back of your mat. So you're literally sliding the shin forward and back on your roller. Add an ankle rotation. And the reason you're leaning to the right side is so you're on the outside edge of that bone. Because if you're right on top, that can be pretty tender. It's still pretty sensitive maybe doing the shins if you have shin splints. Now if you want to go deeper, I like to cross my ankles, stacking, and I get a little more pressure. If that is ultra painful, you don't have to go there. And roll it out and in again, rotating the ankle, massaging it out. You can go all the way to the side of that lower leg if you'd like. And then we're going to release, and we're switching sides. So we just extend. Now take that right leg, extend it, place the left shin on the roller, drop your hips to the left, and roll in and out. So that's that first option, rotating the ankle, noticing what you have going on in the shins. It can be a little surprising. Other option is to stack your knees or stagger with a little ankle cross and rotate the ankle. You can also be on your elbows if you want to. So another option, if both of those are bothering your wrist, you can go a more of a straight plank on the elbows and roll in and out if you want to. But either way, you have lots of options there. So whichever one you're in, we're going to finish up with the knees in front of the roller. So now when you finish, bring those knees down to the front side, and then we're going to roll the roller back so the tops of our toes, not the tops of our feet, but the tops of our toes are on top of that roller. Separate your knees, and then you're going to hinge your hips back so you're stretching through the top of the ankles. Right to the top. You can even use your hands to massage out. Good. And then we're going to bring the roller so it's right in alignment with our ankles and the toes are hanging over. And then just do a little windshield wiper action with the feet side to side as your hips are hinging back towards the roller if it's not too uncomfortable, because we are also massaging out the very front of those ankles. Now here's the final check-in. You're going to pull your knees up and rock back onto the toes. Go ahead and bring the roller in front and just rock and roll side to side on the balls of the feet. And then go ahead and bring your knees to the floor and have a seat. One more check. Now, here you are welcome to straighten out your legs if you'd like, and then just bring your right foot across. You're going to take your left fingers and I want you to interlace them through all of your toes. So if you have shoes and socks on, take them off. Try to see if you can get your fingers in between your toes. And then you're going to, each finger, so between the toes, just like that. And then once they're there, try to draw big circles, bending and flexing, rotating all the way up into the ankle. You might find that the toes are a little bit tight. And really try to stretch that ankle. Pull down, up and around, never forcing it. And then go the other direction. And then we're going to go forward and back. Point and flex. And then find your center, open the fingers and release. And then extend that leg. And let's do the other side. So now you're going to take all the fingers and slide them in between each toe of your left foot. And then draw circles all the way around. Big circles. Noticing the difference. And then go the other direction. So the mobility of our toes and our ankles are very important for balance and stability, as well as protecting our knees, because if our ankles don't move, guess what's taking the brunt of the impact when we walk? Our knees are. And everything up the body from the feet. And then forward and back. And then we're going to open the fingers wide and slide the fingers out and extend. And you might feel some coolness in the toes. And then go ahead and cross those legs. Sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms up. Exhale, palms to heart space. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.